the heat, but we don't wanna let go. We answer questions that we ask alone. I hear the words, but they're coming out an echo. So, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? That's a race, so you win, lead to race. Why complicate that feeling hate when it suffocates at the bottom? Don't take the bait, just walk away, resuscitate your nirvana. I feel a way I never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. So, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? That's a race, so you win, lead to race. Forever in our open arms, we're thankful we made it safe so far. We proudly show our battle scars because they made us true. So, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? That's a race, so you win, lead to race. That's a race, so you win, lead to race.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 16th episode of FNV. Welcome to the 6th night. Or, wait, no, I've already messed it up. FNV is short for Friday Night VTubing, where I, your host Zarastro, interview various VTubers from all over the community. In this episode, our wonderful guest will be Zenith, aka Jar of Rubies. Zenith, Zen. Please introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, you know.
Hi, I'm Zenith, and I'm an artist in the VTuber community. I mainly do illustrations, graphic design, and such for VTubers. I also do live 2D models, and most recently I've been learning how to rig live 2D models as well. Aside from that, I do a variety of other things. So I also have a YouTube channel where I post mainly song covers.
Which you can see on screen and in the description.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah, Zen, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. I wanted to ask, right, the Jar of Rubies. Well, that's been on my mind. Where does that come from?
So it's actually a name that I've had for a while. It goes back a long way. Back when I was a little kid, so I used to go by the name Ruby as a pen name online. But then I eventually switched over to using my real name, which is Zenith.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but the Ruby has been a name that I've had since I was 9 years old. That was the original nickname. And some of my longtime friends still call me Ruby. So yeah, the Jar of Rubies thing was a name I made when I was around 14 and I first started to really put my artist page together online.
So you've been doing art for
Yeah.
quite a while.
Yeah, so I've been drawing since I was 5 years old. And I really started to take art seriously when I was about 13. That's when I was like, okay, this isn't a hobby anymore. This is like what I actually want to do. Yeah.
When did you start doing commissions? If I'm gonna ask.
Commission work, I actually started in high school. I would do graphic design commissions for people, like different clubs at school. Originally I would do it for free, but then there was like an incident in which I spent like 8 hours on a project for someone and they were like, oh thanks, and they didn't even use it. So I was like,
I know that feeling.
I'm doing it. I'm gonna make money.
I know
Screw
that
this.
feeling.
I'm not gonna do this for free anymore.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate with that, where it's like, you know, you're in a group project, you're doing a lot of the work, and then some of the people are just like, hey, yeah, no, I think we're gonna go with this way because this person already did this, you know, and we think it looks better or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, we're gonna use theirs, not yours. Thanks for the effort, I guess.
It was like such a punch to the face because like I designed it like really nicely, and then they were like, oh thanks, and then I saw that they did it. They did their own version to put up that poster instead, and it was so ugly.
Yeah. I mean, you know, at least you can look back on it and be like, mine was better.
Well, yeah, since then, I think I was like 15 when I first started accepting commissions. And then officially, I guess, as a freelancer and doing like commissions online and stuff, it was when I was like 16, 17.
Yeah. I only got my shit together last year when I turned 20. You've been in the business for a while.
You're younger than me.
I am, yes.
Wow.
I'm younger than a lot of people in the community.
Yeah, actually that's quite nice. Like, normally a lot of communities are filled with younglings nowadays. So it's nice to have a community where a lot of people are actually like adults in their mid-20s.
The VTuber community is very adult, but I think the reason why is because it's so expensive to get in.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay, first, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's like, if you want to do it yourself, it's gonna take so much time.
Yeah, no,
and
it does.
skill.
Like, I don't know the art side, how long that takes, because I don't do art. But the rigging side, I learned how it was, and I had to learn how to do everything, how to do the rigging, and I've now been doing it full time for a year. And yeah, no, it takes a lot of time to learn. You're still learning new stuff every
Yeah,
day.
on the art side, it does take a while. Like honestly, the hard part about both making the model artwork and actually rigging it, the actual hard part is just how long it takes to
And the splitting.
do all of it. Yeah.
Splitting.
So the cutting of parts, that takes a long time.
Yeah,
So
I think that takes the longest out of everything. Between the rigging, doing the art, it's like, personally, in my opinion, right? I think it's like the splitting takes so much more time than anything else, unless you like have like a streamlined thing.
yeah, so like for me, my art workflow is like, I tend to use as few layers as possible. I like doing a lot of painty kind of artwork, but like for that you can't really do that for live 2D models. Now that I'm like learning how to rig stuff myself, you can do it, but if you want a really good effect, you really have to split up a lot of parts.
You do.
And it's not as, like, for me, I like blending colors and I like smushing stuff. So, but that doesn't necessarily create a nice effect if you try to rig it. I learned that already by trying to rig one of my first models that I made, and I was like, oh no, but I turned the head, the shading that I did is all out of whack now. No.
That's only because you didn't split the shading too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one thing I've learned that I always tell artists when I'm working with them, and we're discussing like how the artist should split stuff. I'm like, if there's a shadow, split it.
Yeah.
Because if there's a shadow, I need to be able to move that shadow. Because clearly there's a sense of depth there. And if it's like, say it's shadow from the hair, right? I've had instances where the shadow is drawn on the face. And then when the hair moves, the shadow stays stiff because it's on the face. And then I'm like, hey, can you just split those shadows for me along the strands of hair so that I can make the shadow move with the hair?
That's also another thing for like artists as well. It's like if you once you merge layers and you have to split it later, it looks bad. It doesn't look great.
Pain.
You're gonna have to like repaint it and stuff to make it look nice. Because like if you cut it out, then you have like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I know
repaint
very well.
The part that's cut out.
Yeah. As
So
I
it's
said,
like,
I might not
that's
be
why-
an artist myself. I might not be an artist myself, but I have worked with many artists, and I've told them what I need split and how I need stuff split, and I can see where they merged something or where they didn't, and I'm like, this can be merged. This should not be. Unmerge it. Go unmerge that.
Yeah, so that's why I recently made a tweet that kind of blew up, where I was telling, like, I was like, live 2D artists, please at least try to download Live 2D Cubism, the free trial, mess around with it, download some sample models.
I think I saw that.
Both rigged and unrigged, and just see how the program works, how the rigging works, so you know how to split up your model. Because it's one thing for someone to tell you what to do, it's another thing to understand why they're telling you to separate certain things. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can tell you to go and tighten that screw or whatever, and then it's like, okay, you tightened the screw, but what did it do? And it's like, that screw holds the gas valve, and if it's not tightened, there's a gas leak, and any kind of flame or spark makes things go
like
up in
when
flames.
you say that to me, right, that goes in one ear and out the other, because I have no idea what you're talking about. But like, if you actually put me in that situation, you're like, okay, you do this, and I have to actually understand what it actually means so I can do it myself. That really adds a whole other level of understanding that I think live 2D artists really need before they even start like accepting commissions for live 2D artwork. Because like, for example, when I started learning how to rig, so I asked some people, I was like, do you guys have any simple models you could maybe let me practice on?
I think I saw that.
I have been sent a few, but I quickly realized it's amazing how fast, like once you learn it, it's amazing how fast you can immediately see the mistakes. I was like, oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, for example, there was one model that I was like, oh no, I don't think I can rig this, because they had merged the nose on the face, so if when I turned it, the nose would stay in the center, while the mouth and the eyes would move, and they also had merged the ears on the face as well, so...
I've had that experience.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I've had that experience with a recent model, actually, where the model has a big ass snoz, bigger than mine. That's saying something, and it's like I had to rig that, and initially the whole nose was just one fat layer, but it was a big nose, and I had to rig that, and I'm like, hey, artist son, can you split that nose for me into the line, the color, and the shade, please? Thank you.
It's too huge. like like the dot noses are the easiest.
Oh yeah, they're so easy. The dot nose, because the thing with the dot nose, or even if it's just a straight line, when I do the angle X, then I can just, you know, put like a deformed path on it and just like make it just turn a bit, give it a sharp corner or something, and like on the other side, that is fine. My nose was a pain to rig too. I know, and I've dealt with many other. Oh no, I know. Yes, I know. I think we're gonna get along well with these dad jokes. But yeah, no, I've done many big noses because for some reason male models, they just get big noses, and lately I've been yearning. Just please, somebody come to me with a cute or a hot model. I'm tired of just reading guys.
I thought you were gonna say like a cute or a hot nose.
No, don't give me a nose. Give me just a line. Just a line. So yeah, no, sometimes noses can be a pain, and if it's not done right, yeah. But you told
Dark Water in chat says, "Hey yo, why did I hear it's too huge when I came in?"
That's just bad timing. To anybody just tuned in, hi, welcome to FNV. My guest is Zenith, aka Jar of Rubies.
Hi.
Okay, wait. So back to the original topic, right? With the Jar of Rubies. So we know Ruby. Ruby was your nickname. Why is it why a jar? And why multiple rubies?
I don't fucking know.
You don't know?
Like,
you just wanted
to.
It
sounds cute. I was coming up with names. I was like, you know, writing out a bunch of like ideas, and I like made a huge list. I like went to my sister and I was like, which one's the cutest? Which one is the best one?
you just go to her with a list of like 20 names. It's just like, choose one. And she's like, okay.
Yes.
Feels like she's being held at gunpoint.
Yes. So that's basically it. Actually, I have a confession to make.
Oh, okay. I am a demon. I'm not a priest, but go ahead.
I have a confession. So, the name Ruby actually came from when I was 9. I used to roleplay warrior cats online, and my cat was named Ruby Paw.
I spoke with one of my friends not too long about warrior cats. Actually, 2 of my friends. A new model mama and an old friend.
Yeah, so that's where my Ruby nickname came from. Because I used to be called Ruby Paw. Ruby Paw. Yeah, because like the naming sense, the naming in warrior cats, you know, have you read the books?
No, I know basically nothing of warrior cats except what my friend told me. I'm not at all into any of those fandoms or really know what goes on in them or anything like that.
Sorry, I'm not sure if you can hear my phone buzzing. Sorry.
Nope. No, we cannot.
Okay, good.
But okay,
yes,
now that we've got that answer, then yeah, I think that's a tangent closed. I don't think I have any other questions. Wait, related to Live to D, how has your experience been so far?
In what sense?
As in, how has your experience been learning either Live to D cubism, that you can see how it translates into the art section, or just learning art in general?
Actually, it's been fine. Like, I think the advantage when it comes to learning Live 2D cubism for me is I went to school for animation, so there's a lot of
you got the frame by frame base knowledge.
Yes. So I don't really have to start from the very beginning in terms of understanding animation. I just need to understand the program itself, and like the rest follows. Yeah.
I've seen someone sometime last year when I was still active on the Live 2D server, like very active there. There was this one person who came in wanting to learn Live 2D, and me and a couple friends helped her out. But she knew nothing of Live 2D, but she did have a lot of very good understanding of frame by frame. And in about like 2 weeks, she surpassed us in her skill in Live 2D, and it's just like, huh? How? I don't entirely remember her name now. I really wish I could find it again and check her out and see how she's been doing. But she just the sheer speed at which she learned and improved in Live 2D is just insane.
I think it's also an advantage if you're familiar with other types of art programs, animation programs. So,
yes.
For example, I'm already familiar with stuff like
Clip Studio,
Mesh. Yeah, Clip Studio, Paint, Photoshop. In school, we learned how to use Maya, and we also animated using 3D as well. So
you already
it was
know
very
how to
fast
make
for
stuff.
me. Yeah, so it's just a matter of applying what I've already learned to the Live 2D software. And the Live 2D software is actually, it looks daunting at first.
It does.
But after a little bit of messing around with it, I was like, oh, actually this isn't that bad. It's like the terms, once you get to know them, it's just like keyforms. Keyforms are just keyframes, like how you
They're
would
just points on a
animate stuff in
parameter.
After Effects. Yep.
And yeah, it's just
Exactly.
it looks daunting, but once you do get into it and once you do learn the software and the terminology, everything just becomes logical, I guess. Because it's like, if you look at it initially when you go in, you're like, what the fuck is a vertice? What's a deformer? What's this Bezier division thing? And then as you go, it's like, oh yeah, so you take this deformer, right? You put it there, you make sure that it's in the right deformer hierarchy, then you put the deformer smoothing onto smooth all, you change the Bezier division to 4x3 and the conversion division to 10x10 or whatever.
Yeah, so like once you understand what the different tools are for and how you can use them, it's pretty straightforward. And then the rest of it is a matter of how much time are you willing to spend on a single model in order to make it like really detailed and stuff. Like, because you can go the easy way. You can go the easy way, animate a big chunk of bangs as one under one deformer and just have it move left to right. That takes like 5 minutes. But do you want to?
No.
You could also split it up separately as well. So it's like, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I also made another tweet. I was like, I do highly recommend, for anyone watching this right now, I do highly recommend if you want to get into Live 2D rigging and you have no animation background, please, at the very least, read up on the 12 principles of animation, because that is really the bare minimum basics you should know. Because after all, Live 2D rigging, it is animation. You have to animate the hair flowing, you have to animate the face turning. I
haven't heard that.
I think you should check it out.
I should.
It's I'm going into teacher mode right now.
Feel free. We're all here to learn.
Yay! so basically, what were we? I forgot. What were we talking about?
The 12 principles of animation.
Oh yes. So I think that's like really something everyone should take a look at. But since you already have been doing rigging for a while, I think it's stuff that you will already be aware of. Yes. Hello.
Sensei Zen.
My name is Zen. You can call me Zensei.
Sensei. I love that. Yes. Sensei, please. Onegaishimasu. Let me learn. Benkyou.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. My Japanese is still very limited. So, yeah.
That's okay. 一緒に練習しましょうか?
何? わかりません。
一緒に
together with you.
練習しましょうか?
はい。練習
いいですか?
いいです。いいです。練習します。
to practice.
はい、練習します。
okay. We can work on it.
I still need to work on it. I don't know how to say my Nihongo is a bit iffy.
Gotcha. So as I was saying, like in animation school, I've already done a lot of basic stuff that I think is worth for beginning life 2D riggers to try out. For example, 2D turntables. So for those who don't know, turntables, like if you have a character, and then you have to do frame by frame them turning around in a circle. And this really helps you to get an understanding of things like proportions, keeping it consistent, understanding how to keep things consistent.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Yeah.
How to manipulate the lines to your
Yeah.
bidding.
So like, rigging a live 2D model, it's like kind of like a half turntable because most models you aren't gonna turn all the way around for a 2D.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna
so
track
you can
that.
like that. Yeah, I don't know either.
Like, VTube Studio only tracks so far. If I turn my head too far, then, oh, there it's lost tracking.
I think,
so yeah.
let me search up 12 principles of animation. So
I can post it in chat
it's,
for anybody who wants to look up on it after stream. You can just middle click it, open a new tab. Once Zenith yeets me that link.
it's actually it's a pretty like basic. You can just Google 12 principles of animation. There's gonna be like 50 million articles about it because it's like,
Yeah,
like the
just do
first
that.
thing
That's less
you're
effort
taught.
for me. And I don't have
Yeah,
to
it's
post
like
it
the
in
first
chat.
thing you're taught when it comes to animation.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll definitely look it up then.
Yeah, I
well,
hope
you
we
know,
can
every
have a
day,
little more.
yeah,
Talk
if
a
it
little
can help
more
me.
about live 2D rigging. Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's gonna help me, like every day, basically on Twitter, I follow a bunch of like just live 2D stuff and like topics relating to 2D animation and all that. And my feed is mostly filled with live 2D stuff. And then when I go onto my Twitter bookmarks, I can show this to you actually. When I go into my Twitter bookmarks, either it'll be live 2D stuff, as you can see right now. It'll be art stuff. It'll be other VTuber stuff, or just in general stuff that I can learn from.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's really good. So I guess I don't want to bore the chat too much with me rambling about stuff, but one thing that's really important, and I think a lot of people usually aren't aware of, is that everything moves in arcs.
Yes.
Not straight lines.
Yes.
So when the body moves, it's not in a straight line because we're not robots.
Unless you are.
Unless you are.
I've had
which
cyborgs on the
that
show.
Hey, yeah. But like if you want a really nice, smooth animation that really looks lifelike, move your objects in an arc. That's my tip for today.
Yeah, I've started doing that where with my facial deformers. I used to do it where it's like with a deformer, I have it like on a conversion division by like, I think it was something like 3x4. So I would have 12 deformer like thingies that I could move at a point at a time. And then eventually I learned another technique which is much simpler, which is just 2x2, and just use smooth all and kind of move it in a way so that it turns diagonally. You won't see it on this model because this model that I'm using now is a couple months old and I've learned it in that time. And yeah, it's just so make the side that's turning away smaller and make the side that's coming towards you bigger a bit, so that you get like that sense of depth. And yeah, I've, you know, I don't have any education in animation or art or anything. Closest thing I have to that is I had EGD in high school, which is engineering, graphics, and design. So basically, I think we were mostly doing like blueprints and stuff, or we were adding electrical stuff onto a blueprint, or drawing how a wall should look with the insulation, the foundation, all of that. So that's the only thing that I had with design. That helped my sense of depth. I will admit that. Because we had to do perspective drawings in there as well. So, yeah.
Oh, yes, perspective.
Yeah.
It's also important for you to be able to understand that when it comes to live TV.
Yes.
Maybe on a smaller scale, but it's still important to know.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the perspective wouldn't be that of a house.
Yeah.
It's that of a face.
Mm-hmm.
But it's much more complex, in my opinion. The face ain't just straight lines that you can draw on a perspective grid.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let me quickly, we've reached the 30-minute mark, so let me quickly do some
Oh my gosh, has it been that...
some shilling. It has, yes. So let me quickly do some plugs and shilling and all that. So, make sure you guys check out my wonderful guests so far, Zenith, aka Jar of Rubies Art on Twitter. You can also find our YouTube at youtube.com/Jar of Rubies, spelled exactly how you would think. And to our audio-only listeners, this episode has been streamed live on youtube.com/ZarastroCH. This one I need to spell out. ZARASTROCH. And to our viewers who are here live now, this episode will be live on the audio-only platforms on Sunday. And you can also catch up with all of the previous 15 episodes over there, which you can find the links to your preferred streaming platform, which can be either Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Anchor FM at fnv.crd.co. And same with audio only, YouTube link is there as well. There is also, if there are any VTubers wanting to apply to possibly be a guest on the show in the future, there's also an application form that you can fill in. I think that's all. That's everything. Yeah. Once again, make sure you check out Zenith at Jar of Rubies Art on Twitter and Jar of Rubies on YouTube. So I took a look at your YouTube just before the stream, and you do a lot of covers.
Yes.
I don't know where to go further with this.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay. You know what? I'll get back to this later. We haven't done any of the core questions. So I know earlier you mentioned that, was it Ruby or Zenith? Something with your name ties in with butterflies, and the butterflies tie in with your lore. So now let me ask, what is your lore? Yes, we're going to that question now.
So, I'm actually writing. I'm still in the process of writing it. But since I'm currently preparing a 3.0 model, that I'll be releasing, I don't know when, because I'll need to draw it. I actually have 2 sketches.
You do have a date for it. It's called Soon TM.
Yes, soon TM.
Yes.
But I do have 2 sketches. But I think once Zarastro takes a look at it, he's gonna be like, "Oh no, how are you gonna rig that, Zen?"
What? I've done some pretty complex models, and I've got a hella complex model coming up. So I think
No, let me show you. Let me show you.
I don't think anything would be a how are you gonna rig that? I've seen some wild rigs too.
I'm not sure if you've seen what I'm gonna show. Hang on. Where is it? Let's see.
You guys are gonna get a lot of reaction.
Anyways, my lore, right? So the butterflies has to do with my lore. It doesn't have to do with my name. Cause the name I'm using right now is actually just my real name.
Yeah.
It's like my IRL name, so.
It's a lovely name. I'll add that.
You.
I like the Z in it, or the Z.
Thank you. Oh, we match.
We do. You're Zenith, I'm Zara. Although my IRL name is not nearly as nice as my name, my VTuber
That's okay.
name.
That's okay. I lost my sketches. Let me re-download it. Anyway, so the butterflies are actually a common symbol for like life, rebirth, a life cycle and stuff. Yeah, so my lore actually has to do with an entire past life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait. Now that you've mentioned past life, have you perhaps been isekai'd?
No.
Oh, I thought I'd
It's not
find
that.
a fellow isekai
Ooh,
person.
I found it. Here.
Live reaction to
I'll
see
send
if
you
Zenith
the-
will be able to rig this model.
I mean, like, I would be able to, but it's gonna take like forever.
You know, I usually make this offer to anybody who comes on the show and say that and show any interest in rigging. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm always down to help. That does not look that difficult. Actually, no, not. I wouldn't say it's not difficult. It's definitely gonna take some work, but it's doable. I would enjoy rigging that a lot, actually. Just the pure amount of things that would have physics on that. Yeah, no, because I really enjoy doing physics in Live 2D. In school, I hated physics. Now physics has a completely different meaning, and I love it.
You're more than welcome to show chat what it looks like if you'd like. So my lore
this
has.
is the inside scoop that only the producer gets to see.
Ow! Whoa. Okay. No, I've actually posted it before on.
Oh, you have? Well, you guys can search for it on Zenith's Twitter.
Oh my god,
You're not.
yeah.
I'm not gonna leak any information here. I'll comment on it and make people activate their
I'm telling
mind's
you to
eye.
leak it. I'm telling you to leak it.
No, but then it wouldn't be entirely audio friendly to our audio only listeners, now would it?
That's fair. Okay,
I'll try to see if I can find the link on your Twitter where you posted it there. Then maybe I can just post that link in chat.
Media.
It'll be in your media. I'm going through it
I
now.
post a lot of shit though, so.
That's fair. You're posting your work. I like them. They look good. My Twitter is slow. You can see how it's loading.
Anyways,
yeah.
Wait, my lore. Yeah,
Yes,
we keep
your
getting
lore.
distracted.
Don't worry,
it has to do
tangents
with-
are a natural thing of
has-
conversations.
Past life stuff, and the past life has to do with the creation of a false god. That's all I'm gonna.
The creation of a false god. Ooh,
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna tell you.
that sounds interesting. I like that. I'm still trying to find that image.
Sorry, I post a lot.
You post a lot more than me, but you know what?
I
That's good. Oh, I think I've reached the end. I can't go further back. Oh well. I guess if you want to find it, go to Zenith's Twitter and just search for it yourself.
You can go look at all my art.
Yes, do go look at her art. Her art's amazing. She's been doing it for a long time, as we heard. Now let me ask you, so that kind of ties in with the next question that I have, and that would be, what's the inspiration or what are some inspirations or influences behind your design for your character and, you know, your model, your 3.0 model that you have now leaked to me?
Oh, okay. I guess the first thing is, well, my model is actually just based off of myself, IRL.
Yes, I think I've seen. I think I've seen you cosplay yourself. You showed me a
Yes, I
photo
have cosplayed
earlier
myself.
as well, where you cosplayed Gura.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm also a cosplayer as well as being like an artist, like 2D artist, rigger, designer, singer, you know, all that jazz.
She's
So
a
I
woman
also do
of
cosplay.
many talents.
But IRL, the side ponytail thing is actually like one of my signature hairstyles that I do wear IRL, have worn since I was little. and also the short hair. At the moment, my hair is a bit long, but I normally cut it to. And when I can, I dye it pink. So
Would my
yeah, it's
hair
just
be longer
me.
than yours? I've currently, let me just describe. So my hair's kind of like how it is on my model, but it also isn't. So I've got naturally very curly hair. People wouldn't expect this, but yes, I've got extremely curly hair. For most of my life, I've not known what to do with it until I got out of high school and I started growing it out. So on the sides and the back, I usually get a fade. And then on the top, I don't touch it. It goes to the back. And currently, it goes to past my shirt's collar, down my neck.
Let's see how long mine is. It goes a little bit down past my shoulders, down my back a little bit. So I think it might be longer.
Okay, you win.
Yay, I win.
I've got long hair in terms of guy length hair, but I guess it's still short when it comes to competing with women.
But I like keeping my hair.
Not that that's my goal.
I
just want long
keeping my hair at this length though. Long hair is nice.
I know. I like long hair.
How is it to manage with the curls though? Because like my hair naturally is very straight.
The curls have the reason why I decided to grow it out is when it was shorter. I could show you some photos later off stream of me IRL with my curly hair, where literally it would grow into kind of like an afro. My friends would call it a Jew-fro. My friends in high school, this might be offensive to some people, but this is just how we were. They said I had a big nose because I do have a big nose IRL, and they called me a Jew for that. They meant no offense. They meant no offense to, like, you know, actual Jews. They're not anti-Semitics or whatever. Don't try and cancel me or them. It was all just light-hearted mockery and fun between friends. They even gave me a Jewish name though. And yeah,
that's kind of weird, champ.
It was funny. We were all fucked up with our senses of humor and all that. But yeah, so they would say I would have a Jew-fro in high school, because in high school we had very strict. We had very strict hair rules and like neatness rules and whatever. So your hair was, if you pulled your hair down from your forehead, it wasn't allowed to cross your eyebrows.
What?
Yeah, as a guy, it wasn't allowed to cross your eyebrows. And if you had a defined difference in length between the sides and the top, that's not allowed. So English cuts were popular.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's so specific.
Yeah, I know. No, the uniform and tidiness rules of our schools here in South Africa are fucking stupid and horrendous. But yeah, so the curls, my curls, nobody has ever seen like these types of curls, because it's not like the tight curls of, say, African hair, or colored hair. Colored is a valid term. I'm allowed to say it in South Africa because it's not the same. Before anybody tries to cancel me. It's not like normal long curls in like normal white-haired curls. It's tighter, but it's not as tight as African hair and all that. So it's like people don't know what to do with it. And I don't know what to do with it. So after school, I just decided, I'm just gonna grow it out. And then the curls actually relaxed. So the curls aren't as tight anymore. They're now a bit longer, and the way that I wear it, when I go to bed, I put it in a tight ponytail with like 3 ribbons, and I basically tie it, and it looks like a braid, and so the curls kind of like straighten out, and yeah, that's why I then.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In my school, growing up, like in high school, we've had teachers who would dye their hair. So,
I think
like bright colors.
I've never seen a teacher that dyed their hair. There was only one male teacher in my life who had long hair, longer than I have my hair now. He was actually my EGD teacher, and he was always in charge of the neatness.
Oh.
And then people would be like, you're telling us not to grow our hair, yet look at you. Your hair is longer than some of the female teachers.
Oop.
But, oh well.
Yeah, so actually,
yeah.
I started dyeing my hair pink around my last year of high school. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no, and it looks good on you.
Thank you.
From what you just sent me. It looks good.
Thanks. So the colors I've had is because my natural hair is like black.
Yeah, my hair is also pretty dark. I think it's not black, but it's a dark brown.
I've got like Asian hair and eyes, so it's all dark and boring.
Yeah.
And it's a pain to dye. I gotta bleach it so many times because it's too dark.
You dye it yourself, or do you go to someone?
No, I go to a salon.
Okay.
Because you really gotta bleach it, like,
Lot.
once is not enough.
I've never tried dyeing my hair. I've wanted to, but I don't know how it's gonna affect my hair, because my hair, as I said, very finicky. It's dry, it's flaky, it's strong, yet it's also, at the same time when it's dry, it's also kind of oily and greasy. And it's just, it's an enigma of its own.
Mine is, I don't know, mine is fine, I think. It's like, it's hair. Mine is,
it's hair.
It's hair.
I wish I could say that it's just hair.
The colors I've had like a purplish, like plum kind of color. And I've also had, of course, bright pink, which I've shown you. I've had red. I've had, and like, you know, when it fades out, it starts going to like orangey and then blonde. And I've also just dyed my hair a lighter brown color, which doesn't really require bleaching. But yeah, still, I just want cotton candy pink hair.
Just permanent.
Yes, I just want it permanent.
Yeah, kind of makes me think of this one content creator in South Africa that I met a while ago. When I met him, he had bright pink hair. And let me just quickly look it up, and then you can see, yeah, he had bright pink hair. If you just look on my stream, his name's Grant Hines. If you just look up Grant Hines pink hair, you'll see it. He also then went bright yellow after.
Wait. That. Oh my god. Okay, I have a story.
Yes. Go ahead.
So, we had this really annoying guy, a grade or so under my grade, and he would always like hang out with us. Except he was kind of weird, and would like hit on anything that moved. He dyed his hair like, you know Sully from Monsters Inc. He like, it was like that shade of blue. But then when it faded out, it was so gross. It turned into this really gross color. Well, so basically, we ended up just calling him Pisshead.
Was it like an ugly golden piss color?
Yeah, because it was blue originally. It was like,
damn.
It wasn't even cyan. It was like a really like a Sully from Monsters Inc. blue, like that kind of light blue. Like it wasn't even a nice light blue. And if you say I'm being mean, we everything called him Pisshead, and he would respond to Pisshead. So, also he.
I mean, that's like if some of my friends would be like, "Hey, Aish." That was my Jewish name that they gave me.
He literally, I was like 15, he was like 14, right?
Yeah.
He asked me if I wanted to go out drinking with him.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
not with that hair.
You're 14!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But not with that hair.
No, definitely not with that hair. It was kind of weird. Like after the first time, like I met him, right? Then he just started showing up everywhere, and I was like, huh, that's kind of weird. But then he really started showing up everywhere, and I was like,
Goodbye.
I told my friends, I was like, I ate, maybe I'm just being paranoid. And then he started like trying to wiggle his way into our friend group, and I was like, no, stop following me, please.
Yeah, no, I can see that might be a bit uncomfortable.
And he also wrote a slash fiction of 2 freshman girls when he was in junior year of high school, so that was not.
Oh.
That was weird.
It's pretty...
And he posted it on AO3, and he did it twice.
Well.
Once with 2 freshmen, once with 2 of my friends, a year above me. So, yeah, that was wild. Anyways, that's the story of Pisshead.
The story of Pisshead. Will it get a sequel? You hope not.
The closest thing to a sequel was when me and my friends were reminiscing about our good old high school days. And then I talked about how I had blocked Pisshead. And then everyone was like, oh, you blocked him too! I did too!
Everybody's like, yeah, no, we all got on that block train there.
And they were like, yeah, he started coming on to me when we were in a room alone together in high school. And I was like, no. No.
Not cool. Not fun times.
No. Yeah, I think that's all from the Pisshead Chronicles. That was quite a tangent. I'm sorry you guys had to listen to that.
No, that was a fun convo. What do you mean? I'm putting that in the show notes to entice people into watching. So far, it's gonna be in this episode. I talk with Zenith. In this episode, I interview Zenith. And we talk about dyeing our hair and our different hair types. We talk about an old high school friend that she has named Pisshead and the story of Pisshead, rather, just that. And then something that we still have yet to discuss. But okay, we'll move off from that tangent, and then I can ask you, who or what inspired you to become a VTuber? What led you to fall down the VTuber rabbit hole?
Well, I already had some friends IRL who were already doing VTubing. So I started like end of November 2020, and I got my current account up and running.
Wait, November. Is November before October? No, it's after.
What?
I am your senpai. I am your senpai. You might be older than me, but once again, I am your senpai. Because I started in October 2020.
So my current account that I use right now, I started mid-December.
Oh, but even more, I am your senpai.
Yeah, you can keep dreaming.
I'm gonna add you to that list. I've got a list.
What list?
I'll add you now. You can see me add you to that list.
What list?
Let me go here. Add to list. That one right there. Cool highs. Save.
What?
I'm your senpai now. There's no escaping.
Listen to hear you, little shit.
Chat, can we get a 1 in can we get a 1 in chat if I am indeed Zenith senpai, and 2 if you disagree?
What?
Let's run a poll real quick. No, Zenith, your vote does not count.
What? How dare you? I can't believe this.
I felt like what's his name?
No.
What's his name? What? Jeff Probst from Survivor does not count. Zenith votes 2. Does not count. 2 votes for Zenith. Does not count. Hey, we got Takashi Sotonate, we got Angel, we got Lindy. We've got 3 in my court.
I feel like every time I go on stream with someone, at some point I will start getting bullied, and it doesn't stop.
Okay, no, it'll stop soon. I just want to, pump my ego a bit. Just a bit. Well, let's get back to your fall down the VTuber rabbit hole. So you have IRL friends who were VTubers, and I'm assuming they then got you into it. How else did you fall down further other than just them?
Well, I mean, I watched like 5 minutes of Hololive and I was like, I'm in.
Ah, understandable.
Yubi.
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 Now the question is, can you do Marine's intro?
I'm honey.
That's not her intro, but that's perfect.
Honey. I'm honey.
I'm honey.
Honey.
Damn, people are gonna take that out
I'm
of
honey.
context, aren't they?
Honey.
Somebody's gonna clip this and take it out of context.
Oh no. No, wait, I regret this.
I hope not. But don't worry, people didn't clip my channel. It's sad, but that's just me begging for clippers to start showing up and give me free promo.
Honey.
Honey. But okay,
Honey.
let me quickly just take a chance to say hi to everybody who's in stream so far. So hi Owl's Eyes, hi Lindy, hi Darkwater, hi Plit Plays. This is
A water break.
yes, hydrate. It's good. Hi Darkwater, hi SS Darkness, hi Orion Senshi, also Orion, thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Hi Zeno, welcome to the stream, you're new, well, thanks for the sub. If you guys are wondering, by the way, why chat is in sub only mode, it's because we used to, when I came back from my 2.0 debut, all of a sudden, I think it was at the beginning of the year, there was just a sudden appearance of bots. And yeah, I didn't want them in my chat, so bots can't sub, so you know, put it in subscribers only mode. And you know, it's fine. At least I didn't get you guys to sub. It's incentive.
Sub.
It's incentive, yeah. And then okay, hi Takashi Sotodate. I get your name right now, Takashi. It's not Sotodake anymore. I don't wait. Did I change it? Don't remember if I changed it on the thumbnail though. Oops. Hi Angel, hi Kaiser, Runekeeper and Darkwater again. I can't be clipped yet. I can if you record it, if you use OBS and clip it like that. Did I just say your real name? No, I said Runekeeper. What do you mean? I don't know your real name.
His real name is Runekeeper.
His real name is Runekeeper, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you mean Takashi
His parents
Sotodate.
were very enthusiastic about
did you
D&D.
dox? Only name I said that could possibly be your name is Takashi. But we'll just ignore that. I will. Okay, we'll go back to ignoring chat so that we can get back to our main questions. So we've handled the inspired to become a VTuber / what led you down the rabbit hole then. So now let me ask, I think this question is kind of already been explained, but what's your preferred type of content to make? So we know you do art and graphic design. Is there anything else you want to do in the future? Let me rather rephrase that question.
Honestly, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing now. I think.
So more art, more graphic design, more covers?
More graphic design, more covers, yeah.
More covers?
Yeah.
I still actually have to check out the covers. I think I listened to one of them, I don't remember. I think it was a long time ago. But I'll check them out again after stream. Guys, make sure
My
you also
recent
do.
ones are much better.
The recent ones are much better? Well, you guys heard it from Zenith herself. Go check out her covers on YouTube. Show notes, description. You know where to find it.
I do hope
Yeah.
to try a bit more in the future once I get my 3.0 model up. It's just I'm very introverted and quiet IRL. So
IRL is completely different from VTuber because right now you are not quiet, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, but my throat is starting to hurt because I'm not used to talking for this long.
How often have you been hydrating?
I just drank water.
Was that your first time during the whole stream?
No,
Okay, good.
No, I've been drinking water. Are you not able to hear my loud gulping noise?
No, only now.
Oh, okay.
We got some good ASMR going there.
Oh no.
Some people like that. Personally, right? Personally, I don't understand the appeal to ASMR, but I know there is some appeal.
Yeah, I can kind of understand it. But I do not like food ASMR that makes
Oh,
that gives me the
I don't-
heebie-jeebies, like
yeah.
the chewing noises.
Yeah, no. If I hear somebody chewing, I'm like, close your mouth.
Yeah,
Close it.
please, I don't want to hear it.
Like, if you want to make ASMR of like scratching a mic or something, or I don't know, doing something,
don't
it's
get-
like then sure.
I
Chicken
do not
crunchy
like-
ASMR.
I don't like the type of like scratching noise ASMR. It gives me like I just go huh. You know, it's not good. It's not a good feeling.
The only ASMR that I would do is, and I do it regularly in every stream, actually, every normal stream that isn't FNV. So you might see I have a can of Monster here on my desk. Now with every stream,
Do you open it like?
yes, at the beginning of the stream, once there's someone in chat, then just good old. I've got the can.
That's a good sound.
I've got a can with me right now. It is a good sound. That's
my
one ASMR
favorite.
that I like.
My favorite ASMR is, you know, the ASMR of people feeding crunchy stuff to like dogs and stuff, and the dogs are like nom 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 nom. That's good ASMR. Especially when you can watch them. I like the videos of like dogs review insert food or whatever. And it's just the dogs happily eating.
It's ASMR, but you're actually just there for seeing a happy doggo.
Yes.
Good content right there.
Actually,
Speaking
on
of
that
content.
kind of tangent,
Yes.
speaking of dogs, actually I forgot to mention that's another thing, in which that I do as well. I volunteer a lot with animal rescue, IRL.
Right. I saw that
That's
on
one
your
of-
Twitter.
Yes.
I saw that on your Twitter. You do animal rescue. Tell me about that.
So I kind of started, in 2020, I think. So I used to go down to shelter, and I used to help, with, dogs mainly at first. So I would help to do rehab for the really, troublesome dogs, like the kind of dogs who would like growl and like charge.
Who
at,
would
like,
usually in the
with
past
kennels.
have been abused.
Yes, so I
Yeah.
would work with those specifically, and after that, I'm not sure if after or before that, but basically, I remember one of my friends contacted me saying she had a friend who like really needed help with an emergency rescue, so I joined, and it turns out there was a breeding farm that was shutting down. And they wanted to cull all of their remaining dogs,
Oh wow.
all the adult dogs.
That's no
So we
bueno.
went in. Yeah, so we went and pulled out about 38 dogs.
38.
Yes. There were originally 148. We don't know what happened to the rest, unfortunately. There were a couple of dogs that died before we even got there. But we were able to get them to hold on just for a couple more weeks, and we found homes for all the remaining ones that we were able to then get out.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then after that, it was, oh, this is something that like I really want to do, because it was like actually like it was really sad. And oftentimes people think, oh yeah, you know, volunteering at shelters, it's like heartwarming. No, actually, most of it is actually a lot of emotional pain. You don't feel great leaving most of the time.
Yeah.
But like, I think seeing all the dogs in their happy homes, in their new homes, like these are dogs who they grew up inside concrete walls for their entire lives.
Yeah.
They had never seen grass before. I helped my friend babysit one of the dogs from the breeding farm. He had never seen grass before. He was scared of like, he didn't know how to go upstairs or down staircases because he had never done that before.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, he didn't know how to play with toys or eat treats. And because like he was so used to the metal cage that he was kept in, the one thing he did try to play with, my friend got like a little metal enclosure for him when if she ever has to go out, she has to leave him at home alone and stuff. He tried playing with that. Yeah, so like, but after that kind of environment, then we saw all these dogs sleeping in comfy beds for the first time, watching TV with their new owners. And it's like, I was like, oh, this is something I really want to do. So then a year later, my friend talked to me again about another emergency rescue, this time for cats, and we ended up starting up an impromptu cat rescue.
Oh.
So we
nice.
actually do have a rescue now.
Hey.
When we started, it was originally like we had 32 cats.
Damn, that's a lot.
We're down to like about 10.
Now.
We adopted out all of the remaining other ones. Yeah.
That's nice.
So we're almost finished. We're almost cleared the shelter.
That's
yeah,
really nice and very kind of you.
Yeah. So actually, animal rescue is like, I think aside from art and stuff, that's like really my main passion. Yeah. So I do have a Ko-fi open where I do accept donations and stuff that go to the rescue, as well as just to support me and my work. Yeah,
Let me put that in chat.
I'm hoping.
Where is that? Where is that Ko-fi? Let me put that in chat so that anybody might want to go check it out. And
Here.
is it there? It's not there. Put it on your Twitter, Zen.
It's there. It's like it's under shop. Because I have a Ko-fi shop.
Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Well then.
Sorry
right
about
there.
the pretty long ramble. This is like something that's really important to me.
Hey, no worries.
Like,
if it's important to you, I want to speak about it.
Okay.
So
Thank you guys for listening. This is like so actually what we're planning on doing, hopefully, is because at the moment we're on government land, and we might get kicked out as the government wants to build more housing. So
well
they're
then,
probably
hey,
gonna
if you
take
want
the
to build
land
more
back.
houses for humans, you first gotta find houses for these cats.
I know, right? Anyways, like, so we're probably gonna get kicked out soon. So we were all brainstorming. We were like, okay, what should we do? Like, a lot of rescues do cat cafes, but like we would need an FNV license and stuff. And all of us, like, all our quote unquote shelter staff, we're all just volunteers. We're all just like, the oldest one of us is 29, so all of us are like 23.
Yeah.
25, like 27
In that range.
So we were like, oh, so what should we do? And ideas, a lot of us, like, to around this
We're cutting
age
out
range,
a
a lot
tiny
of
bit.
us.
Cut out a bit there.
Is this okay now?
Yes.
So a lot of us, since we're around this age range, we like anime and games a lot. So we were like, what if a cafe that instead of like serving like food and drinks as the main draw, we had stations with like PlayStation.
Oh, like an internet cafe, like, basically, or a gaming
cafe.
cafe.
Yeah, like that, and like we had like manga. We did anime screenings, like we did like D&D sessions and stuff with cats. You know, so we're thinking about doing something like that, but it's probably gonna take a long time for us to properly plan it out. So I hope that like I'm doing pretty well in my freelancing so far. Like I regularly get commissions. Hopefully, I'll be able to support myself enough that I can like help do this. Because it's hard running a nonprofit. Like,
oh yeah, no, I
you're
can.
not getting anything
imagine.
for yourself.
I mean, that's kind of the name, non-profit. So,
Yeah.
No, that
So,
makes
like,
sense.
We all of our volunteers and stuff. We often make sacrifices. For the animals that we take care of, we often have to bring them to the vet ourselves. If we don't have enough donations, we often pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
To take care of them, like especially with so many cats. A few months ago, we rescued 2 mama cats. One was pregnant, the other one had already given birth, and the pregnant one gave birth shortly after, and so we had 2 litters of kittens
Oh
to
damn.
take care of.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
They're expensive to take care of.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's definitely it's wonderful what you guys are doing. And I can see it's definitely a lot of time you take out of your own schedule
Yeah,
and you know
definitely.
money you're running with
Especially
non-profit.
I'm trying my best to keep improving my own art.
Yeah.
And like my live 2D rigging and all my other personal projects.
Yeah.
So it's a bit difficult to like run this on the side as well, while
Yeah.
also not making any money from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Because it's a non-profit. It's not a business, so it's not something that you can like, you know, profit off of idly or whatever.
Yeah.
Because well, there is no profit.
Yeah, it all goes back to the cats
Yeah.
in the end.
Yeah. But that's
Well-
really amazing, and there's a word that I'm looking for that I can't. Charitable? Maybe that's the word. I don't know.
The best thing that I got out of this volunteering experience is I got my 2 boys at home. I have 1 rescue dog and 1 rescue cat.
Oh, that's nice. You
Yeah.
you found them a home very close. Or you found them someplace very close to home.
Yep, so they're actually both in my room right now.
Hi doggo. Hi
Usually
Catho.
my doggo is right behind me. My cat is on my bed. Sometimes, not sure if you guys will hear it today, but sometimes he like sit on my arm while I'm at my desk. He meows into the mic. But I'm not sure if you guys will get that today. He's
Nah,
asleep.
he's sleeping on the bed. Let sleeping cats lie.
Yeah,
okay.
that's my story.
No, that's wonderful. I kind of want
Thank
to go
you
on
for
to the next
listening.
question then, though, but I don't
Sure.
know how that will follow up on the
That's
stuff.
alright.
But it kind of like connects with the next question of why do you want to make content? As in why? What made you decide? Like I know you said earlier in the stream, you said you decided at like 13. Yes, art is the thing you want to do. What was that trigger? Why did you want to do it? And also, follow-up question on that. I know I'm piling a lot of questions on you right now. Why? What kept you doing it?
Okay, so ever since I was little, I really loved drawing. Like, since I mentioned I've been doing art since I was like 5 years.
Yes.
But up until like the beginning of middle school, I thought it was just like a hobby because and oh, you're gonna be so surprised when you hear what I wanted to be before an artist.
Go ahead. I wanted
wanted-
to be many
I-
things too.
I wanted to be a veterinarian. Ooh, so big
Oh, okay.
surprise.
Never mind. I'm not
What a
actually
big
surprised.
surprise. I wanted to be a veterinarian. And then I was like, oh, this is gonna be too hard for me. I can't do any of this shit.
Mood. I wanted to do
And I like doing
IT.
art. Well, yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. I decided,
Yeah.
nah, that's just not for me. But yeah, so you
See,
wanted to become a veterinarian and then...
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I decided that, like, the one thing I'm passionate about is, like, art and telling stories through my art and stuff. Yeah, so I decided, well, I want to do something I enjoy. And I also, that's another thing that, a veterinary, like, study in that kind of field. And it's actually a bit similar to animal rescue as well. It's just there's a lot of emotional baggage that you have to carry from treating sick animals
Yeah.
and taking care of them.
Yeah. Especially if you are like
it's
you and
hard.
you're so passionate about animals. It's like, I can see why you would want to become a veterinarian, but at the same time, I also think it could also be like you would kind of punish yourself at the same time.
Yeah. There's a thing, I'm not sure if there's a term for it, but, there is a psychological thing, that happens with veterinarians and depression. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, if there's an actual term for it, but yeah. As for why I want to do it, mainly because I love to, and I guess the second thing is now I want to like, I can help in other ways too. I don't have to just treat them medically.
Yeah.
I can help to raise money. I can help to, you know, do stuff like that, raise awareness and all that.
And I mean, look where you are now. You started your non-profit, working with other people. You're still in that line of work, so yeah. But
So I think, yeah.
yeah. But now that we have reached the end of our main questions, I don't think we have any other ones that we haven't already kind of answered. We can move on to Q&A, if you are down for that. So while you guys in chat think of questions you want to ask Zenith, let me quickly do another plug. So far let me try and do an ad. This episode of FNV has been brought to you by card.co. Not really, they're not a sponsor, it's just my main platform where I make my sites. So you can find this show's card at fnv.crd.co, where you can find it either on audio only platforms, or you can find my YouTube, where the episodes are streamed live on a Friday. It's night somewhere in the world usually. Like right now it's 5 p.m. for me. It's like what is it? It's like 11 p.m. for you. So it's night there. Yeah, and also to our viewers on YouTube, you can find the audio-only platforms on that site as well. New episodes out on Sundays, because it takes a while for YouTube to allow me to download the VODs, so that I can edit it and upload it there. But yeah, make sure you guys check out Zenith at Jar of Rubies Art on Twitter, youtube.com/Jar of Rubies, spelled exactly how you say it. And also, if you want to support Zenith's non-profit, make sure you go check out her Ko-fi at kofi.com/Jar of Rubies.
Yay!
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to plug?
I'm blanking. Not out, I think.
Not anything?
Because
Okay.
my commissions are closed anyways.
Okay. Well, make sure you guys go check her out on Twitter anyway, so that you can go see when her commissions are open if you do want to commission her. She does some great art and graphic design. If you want to become a VTuber and or streamer, make sure you check her out for overlays and logo designs and stuff. Cool. Yes. Cool. And also, for the viewers here live now, if you have enjoyed it so far, make sure you drop a like. Yeah. Helps me out a bit. I don't really know how.
Yeah.
All the YouTubers always say... All the YouTubers always say, drop a like, it helps me out a lot. And it's like, does it? I haven't seen anything from the algorithm. If you drop a like, then it's like, oh, okay, algorithm's like, people like this.
It also helps to show that that people like it, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just basic engagement. And the higher your channel's engagement is, the more the algorithm will push it. So that does actually help, I guess. Comments help a lot more.
Help the most.
Yes, comments help a lot, whether they're positive or negative, but that's only after the VOD is aired. Like, I don't think chat comments count. But, oh well. Yeah, so that's the plug. Ad read over.
Yay.
Someday I'll be able to put an actual ad there. Someday.
You got this.
You got this. Let me ask you, now that I'm thinking of ads and companies, and that made me think of a company that recently has seen some fire.
I know. Aha.
You know the company, Artesian Builds. What's your opinion on that? If you have one that you'd want to share.
I'm just baffled. I think I talked about it briefly. But I'm just confused because I thought like the point of a giveaway was to give people who normally can't afford your products a chance to get it.
Yeah.
And
I
like
agree.
the exchangement isn't a word. The exchange is already there, and that you're getting the followers and the engagement from hosting the giveaway. So if it's like too costly of a prize to justify giving it to someone who may not be able to share it with like a big audience and give a smaller prize.
Yeah, and I mean, like, another thing that I've seen is, like, somebody had the opinion of, like, if you're gonna have these things, these new limitations and rules implemented once you draw a winner that's not satisfactory, and then you make these things clear, it's like, you should have made it clear beforehand that, like, okay,
isn't that, like, illegal?
Yes. What they did when it comes to, like, you know, so Kia Pia won the giveaway, and then they're changing the rules of the giveaway right as it's being drawn, or after she was already drawn as the winner. That is illegal. Yes, I saw that from Jay's 2 cents, because I watched his video on it where he made a custom PC and sent it to Kia Pia, and I think other PC manufacturers have also done the same. Like, I think Asus and Intel might have done that. Intel commented on it, and I think they said that they would send her something. So, yeah, honestly, Artesian Builds just completely smacked their name with a fucking plank. I don't know if that's an expression in English. It's an expression in Afrikaans. We were not with the plank
I'm not sure why the dude thought it was a good idea to say that live.
Yeah, no, it's just bad marketing, bad ideas and stuff.
Better that we heard it, so you know what to avoid.
Ooh. But okay, to the Q&A part. Takashi Sotodate, you asked any advice on streaming, social, and networking?
I would say I don't have any advice on streaming, I'm sorry.
But the social media and the networking part.
Yeah, as the social and the networking part, I think, well, it's important to just be friendly, reach out to people yourself, don't wait for people to come to you.
Don't hold a giveaway and change the rules just after you pull them.
On the other hand, I also see some people who build up their following just because they hold so many like skep giveaways. Like, you know, as like a thank you, a skep giveaway is nice, but I think you really do anything for your brand. Because like
giveaways are good for growing your following, but it also gives it also does, like, it gains idle followers. Like, I've held giveaways in the past. I'm going to hold a giveaway in the future too once I hit 500 on YouTube and 800 on Twitter. Then I plan on doing another live 2D giveaway. I've got an artist that might work with me if his schedule is cleared, or if he sees the time for it, where we'll do a full body model, the whole shebang. He does the full art, I do the rigging. And it's like, in past giveaways that I've done, it's just, you know, it's kind of like, I've gotten a lot of followers from them, but it's not too often that you see them after. Like the people who enter.
It's nice once in a while, I think. As a thank you, I think that's the main point.
Yes. As a thank you, giveaways are nice.
That's why I host giveaways. I also host giveaways as a form of, like, you know, I like to give people free stuff. I also like practicing when I can, anyways. So like on my Ko-fi, for example.
Hold up, my bitrate has dropped. It has died. So we are no longer live because this thing is dead. Are we back?
I think we're back.
We might be back now. Are we back?
I think we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working on my end.
Yes.
So like, I like giving people stuff because you know, most people that's another issue that I see come up often in the VTuber community. There is I guess kind of a gateway that you need to pass, which is like that monetary monetary thing in which most people, like the people who have the means to get a nice model, nice artwork, nice you know, all this stuff already get like an advantage over other people who may not have the means to get nice assets. So I do my best whenever I can, whenever I have the ideas to I try to put out free assets, and they're all up on my Ko-fi as well. It's like free, but also pay what you want if you like to support. I do like free overlays,
free stuff.
Yeah, logo templates, backgrounds, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they look good. So
thank you.
There's some incentive for people to get it, and as you say, it's a pay what you want. So if people do want to support you, they can.
Yeah.
And like I've also previously done that with like Live 2D stuff that I wanted to get. I haven't done anything like that myself. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But yeah, where it's like they give it for free, but then I'm like, but this is a really good resource, so I'll pay for it. Because why not? And it helps me better my craft and makes my craft more high quality.
So I guess my advice for that kind of question is you have to think about what it is that you can offer an audience, whether it be resources, whether it be entertainment, that kind of stuff, and sell your on that. The people who follow you, I think this is another thing that's worth mentioning as well, is you do have the ability to choose what kind of audience you wish to cultivate.
True. Very true. Like my audience is kind of horny, but even though I don't want them to be, because I consider myself like maybe so. It's like not entirely say so, but not lewd.
So on my end of things, because I prefer to keep my timeline safe for work.
Yes.
For the most part. So I don't tend to post fan service. I don't really post a lot of lewd content at all. I mainly focus on...
The closest I've come to that is a photo of me being bare chested, but even then the photo doesn't have any nipples. Fine. So
yeah.
I only noticed that after I posted it and got it from the artist that I commissioned it from, and I was like, oh wait, it doesn't have any nipples. I can show you real quick.
Okay. But I have like with this kind of stuff that I choose to put out, and I'm pretty clear about, I personally don't really like when people say perverted stuff to me when I have no idea who, and I make it pretty clear I don't like it. And I'll like block those kinds of people.
You set your boundaries and you keep to them.
Yeah, I set my boundaries, and I tried my best to make sure, like, you know, what I put out is, you know, what I kind of, I guess, want to be remembered for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which is mainly my art. I do shit post quite often, but
I mean, shit posting is always good, though.
Yeah. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I, for example, have a lot of friends who are more on the lewd side of things in the VTuber community.
Yeah.
And despite them being like much smaller in terms of Twitter following, for example, I have not received nearly the same amount of harassment. They they often get people coming onto them, and it's not to say it's not to say it's their fault, of course, because harassment is never like your fault.
Yeah.
But I think I just that thing. Well, you have the option to form kind of what kind of person you want to be and what
Yeah.
kind of following you want to build by the things that you put out. So when you put out lewd content, you're going to get people follow you just for that lewd content
Yeah.
and stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. You cultivate the audience you have, which is
Yes,
if you're family friendly and you cater to, you know, entertaining people of a younger age, you shouldn't be surprised if your audience is mostly like comprised of people being between the age of like 13 to 18. Because if you're what's the word? If you're making content for that audience, then that's the audience you're gonna get.
Yes, exactly. So
know
I think,
what your target audience is, basically.
Yes. That's a really important thing is know what your target audience is. So for me, I'm very lucky in that I do not really get many people who come to my DMs and try to like hit on me. I don't really get that often.
Yeah.
It's me people DMs and stuff who are like, are you commissioned? Like pointing at my name. I'm like, it says comms closed.
Meanwhile,
people
people don't ask me, and it's like, oh, I've got comms open on my thing. Come to me, please. I'm tired of hunting for people on the live2D server and then just being ignored.
I'm really grateful for the kind of following that I've been able to build.
Yeah.
Everyone has been so supportive of me. Like, I wondered if people would be really interested at all in like me posting about my animal rescue stuff IRL. But I
think people would
love
definitely
it.
be, yeah.
So if you follow me on Twitter, guys, I do regularly post pictures of our rescue cats. So, and my dog, and my own cat.
Yes. So once again, make sure you guys check out her Twitter. And then Takashi also came with another question. What do you do when you want to cheer yourself up wholesomely when you're feeling down or stressed? It's just like, what's your go-to?
So basically, what do I do to cheer myself up when feeling down or stressed, aka every day?
Yes. What do you do to just lighten your mood a bit?
I binge eat. And then feel very sick afterwards. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's not good. No.
The wholesome thing that I do, I like to put my face in my cat's belly and hear him purr.
Yes. Always lovely if you can make a cat purr.
But don't do that if you have a cat who doesn't like that, because you might get some nice decorations on your face afterwards.
Yeah, some nice red accents.
Yes. On the other hand, my cat loves it. So if I face plant into his tummy, he starts purring like an engine.
Like that's the start button. That's the key twisting.
Yes. So honestly, what I do to cheer myself up, it really depends. I'm not sure if what I do would work for you. Because everyone's different. For me, what really helps is being around my pets, obviously, because I like animals.
Yes.
So that's what
so
works
lovely.
best for me.
We get man's best friend and then we get Zen's best friend.
Yes.
Is Steam updating
so,
or something? My audio keeps cutting out and it's annoying. I think it might have updated something just now. No, it didn't. Okay, sorry.
Did you know though that petting a dog and petting a cat is good for your health?
Yes, I snuggle with sausage every day. I have 2 dogs.
While we were setting up stream, I heard your dogs barking.
That's one of the dogs barking. This might come off as a bit of favoritism. She's the less favorite doggo. Because she can be a bit annoying with her antics. She wants to play, but she's not a good team player. When we want to play with her, so she has this rope, that we throw and like, you know, play tug of war with, but sometimes she'll bring it to you, put it down by her feet, and just as you're about to grab it, she picks it up and runs away with it. And it's like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to play with you or not?
That's the whole game. That's the game.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. She does not.
Only throw.
No, but she takes it herself and runs away with it, and it's like, dude, you're leaving me standing here. You're standing on the other side of the garden with the thing looking at me. You dropped it by your feet. You're expecting me to come all the way to the other side of the garden, and when I'm just standing on the porch and she's just looking at me, and she's like, oh. she just howls and barks at you for like not taking the rope, and just like, you're over there, I'm over here, bring it.
On the other hand, my dog doesn't bark at all. He's quiet. He's a good boy.
Our other
but
dog
he
is
also
like
doesn't know
that.
how to play.
Our other dog is exactly like that. He's a sausage, so a dachshund, a miniature dachshund, and he's old.
Wait.
He doesn't know how to play.
Oh.
He just sleeps most of the day. I regularly post photos of him on my Twitter as well.
I'm going to look right now.
Well, not regularly. I think it's been a while since I last posted.
Well, you should post it.
I posted a while back. I don't entirely remember when, but it's there. You can find photos of sausage on my Twitter somewhere.
You can also find photos of my dog Omi and my cat Banri.
Yes.
my
Alright,
Twitter.
I'll find it. I'll find it quickly. I'll find the last photo that I posted of sausage. His name is Oscar, but we all just call him Sausage because he's a sausage and he's cute.
Aww.
I'm not finding it. It's been a while.
My cat is honestly more of a dog than my dog is.
Sausage is more of a cat than a dog. He meows.
Oh.
Sometimes when he yawns, it'll be his yawn will turn into a meow, and it's the cutest thing ever. How long has it been?
Well, that means you post one now.
I don't have a photo of him right now, and it's not in my room. He's following my mother around the house. Because when my mother's not home, he sleeps in my room. Once my mother comes home, he's her tail.
Aww.
And he follows around like that.
My animals are they stick to me like glue. It's even not even my own animals. If I go to my friend's house, they start following me and not my friend.
There we go. I got photos of him. I'll send it to you in DMs. So that's sausage next to his bed.
Sausage.
And there's another one. There. So yeah, no, he's cute. He's old. He gave us a scare the other day where he had slight health complications and we had to take him to the vet and he had us worried sick. But luckily it turned out to fine. So yeah. I'll also post those two links in the Discord if you guys want to go check it now. I'll post it in media and you guys can go check it for ease of looking at the sausage. I also sometimes sometimes make some dirty jokes when I say, oh yeah, no, that was just my sausage. Or I'll be like, hey Zenith, you want to see my sausage? I'm gonna send you unsolicited sausage pics.
Yes.
And then
send them to me.
And then I send the sausage.
I'm gonna smooch your sausage.
He's so freaking adorable.
Your adorable
If you can smooch him, and then he'll moan. He'll be like, I did it. I think was it in this week? Darkness, you were there. Was it this Monday or was it last week? I think it was this Monday during the Tomb Raider stream. Somebody asked about sausage and I picked him up and I held him to the mic and I just gave him a hug and then I was like, He does his little moans. It's the cutest fucking thing ever.
I have a friend. We would often beg for him to get his dog on VC because his dog would talk and he would go abu 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 abu.
Like that other dog in the plane.
Yeah, he sounded like that. We go abu 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 abu, and then we would be like, ah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's adorable. But yeah, no, sausage is by
My dog
far.
doesn't really make any noises.
Yeah.
My cat though. My cat is loud.
Yeah, sausage is quiet unless you give him hugs and unless he yawns. His yawns are so fucking loud. And the worst thing is his breath is toxic. It was last week. But yeah, his breath is toxic because like his teeth are not in good condition, but we can't do anything about it because in order to have anybody look at his teeth, he needs to be put under anesthesia. And he's too old. We cannot put him under anesthesia without first taking blood tests. And the blood tests are so expensive. They're like 3,000 Rand, which is, if I quickly convert that to USD, USD to ZAR, let me just get that. Yes, my currency is called ZAR. It stands for the Zuid-Afrikaanse Rand, which is South African Rand, but in its Dutch pronunciation. So that's like $200 for just blood tests. And then they can't even guarantee to say like, yeah, if you take these blood tests, we'll be able to say if he can or cannot. Because if he cannot go under anesthesia, that's because he's too old. And if he goes under, he won't come back. So, yeah.
How old is he?
We don't entirely know because he's an adoption. We got him with another sausage, Daisy, but she passed years ago. They are our second and third sausages that we've had. And both the other sausages, Daisy and Peanut. Peanut was our first doggo. Died because of disc disintegration. So sausages with their long backs, you know, they have many health problems resulting from the long back structure and the spine being so elongated. And if there's anything too much, any pressure or something on the back, like Peanut, his spine basically started disintegrating after he was running around the house because he was hella energetic. He was something else. He was just constantly on like 50 cans of Monster Energy. That's how much energy he had.
Oh my god.
He ran around the house, and we have wood floors, laminated wood flooring. And so he ran around the corner and slid, and then he hit his back against a table foot. And from initially it was fine, and then like later in the day he started walking limp, and then not a week later he was completely paralyzed from that spot down.
My gosh.
And we had to put him out because there was nothing we could do. And a similar thing happened with Daisy, our second sausage, because she also had some kind of back injury. Hers didn't happen the same way as Peanut's. Hers just happened. There was nothing like that actually, like it wasn't an acute injury, we think. I don't remember entirely. It was a couple years back. But Sausage, we think, is around 13 years old, possibly. So he's very old. We take great care with him when we move him around or whatever. And yeah, but he's the most adorable doggo we've ever had. Most loving. One with the stankiest breath, for sure.
I'll smooch him.
Yes, I'll smooch him for you. On your behalf. But I think, on that note, unless anybody of you have any questions, or unless Zenith, you have anything else to talk, I think we can end that episode here.
Yeah, I don't think I really have anything. My throat is starting to get tired.
How about we try doing what we did last week with Yuria? So, we're gonna do a quick round of Q&A, quick shots. So, guys, line up, get in chat. Quick yes or no questions that we can answer within 10 seconds. Let's go. Let's get some questions rolling in. Okay, I'll start off. You like boba?
Yes.
Okay. You like chocolate?
Yes.
Which chocolate is better? White chocolate or milk chocolate? Or dark chocolate?
Dark.
Dark? Okay. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Okay, we're ending the stream there because you're wrong. I always have to ask those questions. Dark? No. We won't ask that question. It's rude.
You can see for yourself on my Twitter if you'd like.
Pancake or waffles?
I cosplay.
Pancake or waffles?
Ooh, oh, wait, it depends. Oh my god, no, I can't answer that. Also, pancake or waffles? Yes.
Yes. You know, that's fair. We did say yes or no questions. That's a valid answer. But yes, I think on that note, we'll end it. So thanks everyone for coming by to this episode of FNV. If you guys have enjoyed it, please do consider dropping a like down below. Make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you can get notified of the next episode. I also thank my wonderful guest Zenith here for being a wonderful guest and joining me here tonight. Make sure you'll check her out on her socials. It's on screen in the description. We've shouted it out multiple times throughout the show. It's in the show notes as well. Make sure you check it out. For audio-only listeners, this has been streamed live on YouTube at youtube.com/ZarastroCH. That is ZARASTROCH. You can also find that link on my fnv.crd.co, which is the official landing page for the show. And to our people here with us live now on YouTube, make sure you also go check out the audio-only podcast episodes so that you can catch up if you want to. Yeah, with all of that said, thanks everyone for coming by, and I will see all of you guys in the next show.
Thank you so much for having me.
You've been a wonderful guest, Zen. But until next time.
I like how the chat. Wait, I like how the chat, you said like yes or no questions, and they're not asking yes or no questions.
They're not asking yes or no questions. No, chat doesn't obey.
Coffee or tea? Yes. Chocolate cake or vanilla cake with milk? Yes.
Cheesecake?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But okay, yeah. So
Thank
until
you.
next time, I will see all of you guys in the next episode. But until then, ciao for now.
Bye.
Sun goes down, our spirits free. Nothing left but our energy. Take my hand, we can go and see a world unknown. Come explore with me. No, explore with me. Yeah, explore with me. No, explore with me. No.